do you recall a day? Is there a day in the diary where you're like, I know I'm accessing more good days than bad days now. I'm in a better place than I was before. Or does it all merge?
It's a really good question. I often get asked, like I used to get asked a lot, when did you get better? And I'm like, no, I'm not better. That's not the reality of the situation. Some people, someone recently said to me, when were you cured of your mental illnesses? And I was like, the fact that I think that cured mental illness sounds delicious probably means I'm still not cured of my eating disorders. I think it's a really good question, because I think you phrased it slightly differently in a way that is more realistic, which is there a day when I realised that I'm having more good days than bad days? Although absolutes are difficult they're not necessarily nice to use either, because good and bad, there's so much we could talk about with that. I think it was when I was performing, when I started touring with my comedy shows, and I remember thinking, whatever I go through, whatever I've been through, however difficult it is, if there's a way that I can find to communicate to others what the reality of that is like, without needing any pity, without needing any specific reaction other than that they understand a bit more, therefore might understand themselves a bit better or other people around them a bit better, then that kind of freed me a little bit more. Lockdown's been hard, but it has meant, because I've had to spend a lot of time on my own without audiences, and it turns out that as I said at the beginning, I am very hard work. If I'm on my own with me, gosh, it's just me doing the hard work. But there's also something that I thought was quite interesting that I picked up a while ago, which was the idea of recovery. Like you said there, like people think maybe there might be a magic wand of a magic moment. I think if you imagine a grid, so like that kind of grid, people sort of imagine they want recovery. Thank you, Twiggy, for your help. We want recovery to go sort of straight up from like the darkest moments, which were the darkest moments down there. I'm sorry for anyone listening on the podcast. You're going to have to watch on the YouTube to understand this. We expect it to be a straight line up towards healthy, happy recovery. But actually, it's real recovery is a bit more like that. That's real recovery. We go all over the place, and we might veer off towards having a really bad day one day. We might have a slightly better day, and then we might go straight back down again. These different quadrants, I believe, they're unconscious incapability, conscious capability. Unconscious. Let me start that again. Unconscious incapability, so not knowing that you can't do something. Then conscious incapability, so being aware that you don't know how to do something. Then moving into conscious capability, so you're aware that you are learning how to do something, and actually, now I see I'm doing this. And then the final stage is unconscious capability, and that's where everyone expects you just going straight from I've got no idea what I'm doing to and I don't even know that I don't know what I'm doing, to I now don't know how great I'm doing. Actually, we have to go through all of those other stages where we become aware of how unsure and we are, and then we become aware of how to do it differently, and then gradually, with a lot of hard work and practice, nearly swore there, a lot of hard work and practice, we get better and better at learning how to manage this. But that it's never going to be a straight line, and everything's fixed. The best thing that's really helped me has been actually living with people who've been willing to work with me on it, and that's been incredible, and loving me for it, even when I have dark days, and still loving me and still caring.